Have you ever wondered how your body, or any animal's body for that matter, is actually built? Well, we're about to pull back the curtain on one of the most incredible feats of engineering in the entire universe. You. We're going to explore the fundamental blueprint that builds every complex animal out there. Okay, let's dive right in.
So, to really get this, let's start with the sheer scale of it all. Your body is made up of billions upon billions of individual cells. Seriously, think about that. Each one is like its own tiny, bustling factory. It is an almost unimaginable number of moving parts all working at once.
And that right there brings us to the central puzzle, doesn't it? With billions of these cellular factories all humming away, how does the body manage to function as one single coordinated unit? How does this whole cellular city not just collapse into absolute chaos? Well, the answer is one of the most elegant principles in all of biology.
It all comes down to teamwork. It's about specialization, or what biologists call a division of labor. See, instead of every single cell trying to do everything, groups of cells take on very specific jobs. Some are for movement, others are for communication, and some are for protection. This incredible organization is the secret sauce that makes complex life even possible. So, how exactly is this all structured? You know, it's not random at all. It's this beautifully organized hierarchy. You can almost think of it as an organizational chart for life itself. And it builds up from the ground, floor by floor. We start with the basic building blocks, individual cells. Then, groups of similar cells that work together form what we call tissues. Different tissues then combine to build organs, like your heart or your lungs. And finally, these organs team up to create entire organ systems, like your digestive system. It's this amazing, multi-level system where every single level has a job to do for the survival of the whole thing. Now here's what's really incredible. For all the mind-boggling diversity we see in the animal kingdom, the bodies of pretty much all complex animals are built from just 4 basic types of tissues. That's it. These are the master building blocks for everything. And here they are: epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural tissue. So let's break down what each of these does, one by one.
First up, we've got epithelial tissue. The easiest way to think about this is as the body's wrapping paper and its internal lining. It has a free surface that's either facing the outside world, like your skin, or it's facing an internal body fluid. Its main job? To cover and protect.
Now, this tissue comes in 2 main flavors. Simple epithelium is just a single thin layer of cells. It's perfect for places where things need to pass through easily, like in the tiny air sacs of your lungs. Compound epithelium, on the other hand, is made of 2 or more layers. Its main gig is protection against wear and tear, and the best example is one you can see right now: your own skin.
All right, let's move on to our next building block, connective tissue. This stuff is the most abundant and widely distributed tissue in your entire body, and its name really says it all. It connects, it links, and it supports all the other tissues and organs. It's basically the body's internal scaffolding. And the sheer variety of connective tissue is just wild. I mean, it's not just things like tendons and ligaments. It also includes really hard structures like bone, flexible stuff like cartilage, and even something you might not expect at all: blood. Yep, that's right. Blood is actually considered a fluid connective tissue because it connects the entire body by transporting all those vital substances. Pretty cool, huh?
Our third type, muscle tissue, is what makes everything happen. It's what gives us action. It's made of these long fibers that have this unique ability to contract or shorten when they get a signal. And that simple shortening action is what powers every single movement you make.
We have muscles that we can consciously control, right? Those are the skeletal muscles attached to our bones that let us walk or wave hello. But we also have smooth muscles that work totally automatically, involuntarily, like the ones in the walls of our stomach and intestines. And of course, there's a third, very special type, cardiac muscle, which is found only in the heart. And finally, we have neural tissue. This is the body's command and control center. Think of it as a high-speed communication network. It's made of specialized cells called neurons, and it has the greatest control over the body's ability to respond to its constantly changing environment. Okay, so here's the really crucial point. These 4 tissues don't just work alone in their own little silos. They are assembled in very specific patterns and proportions to build complex, functional organs. And honestly, there is no better example of this incredible teamwork than the human heart. It is an absolute masterpiece of biological engineering that perfectly integrates all 4 of these fundamental tissue types.
This is that division of labor in action. Check it out. The epithelial tissue provides a super smooth, frictionless lining inside the heart's chambers so blood can flow easily. The connective tissue binds everything together. It forms the heart valves, and of course it includes the blood itself. The muscular tissue provides those powerful contractions that pump the blood. And finally, the neural tissue coordinates the whole operation, setting the rhythm of the heartbeat. All four are absolutely essential for the heart to do its job.
So, as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it all back to you. This elegant, hierarchical blueprint isn't just some abstract concept in a textbook. It is the very architecture of your being.
The progression from single cells to tissues, then to organs, and finally to whole organ systems, well, that's the fundamental strategy that evolution came up with to build complex, multicellular life. It's a solution that's been tested and refined over hundreds of millions of years. And that leaves us with one final thought. This amazing organization is what allows us to live and to thrive. But it also highlights a certain vulnerability, doesn't it? Understanding this blueprint is the absolute key to understanding our own health. So what happens when just a single one of those parts breaks? When a single tissue type fails, or a single cellular communication breaks down? Well, that's the very foundation of modern medicine.